রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী, জয় গোপী জন বল্লভ, জয় গিরিবর ধারী, জয় গিরিবর ধারী, যশোদানন্দনা ব্রজজনরঞ্জনা, যশোদানন্দনা ব্রজজনরঞ্জনা, যমুনা তীরাবনচারী, যমুনা তীরাবনচারী, জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী, জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী, জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ, শ্রী অদ্বৈতা গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ, হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ, কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ হরে হরে, হরে রাম হরে রাম, রাম রাম হরে হরে, হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ, কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ হরে হরে, হরে রাম হরে রাম, রাম রাম হরে হরে, জয় রাধা মাধব রাধা মাধব, রাধা মাধব জয় রাধা মাধব, জয় রাধা মাধব, রাধা মাধব, রাধা মাধব জয় রাধা মাধব, জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ প্রভুপাদ, প্রভুপাদ জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ, নিতাই গৌর হরি বল, হরি বল, হরি বল, নিতাই গৌরা হরি বল। श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति शपदन्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं, श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपां सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथार्नितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमोऽयं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपसिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्य वैष्णवेभ्य नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for joining our Gouranger Sangigane and session number 7. I hope so, if I remember correctly. And we are, last week, we hear about Pundarik Vidyanidhi, 2 weeks. Today is the last part of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, as well as today we'll start a new Parshad. Gouranger Sangigane is the fifth branch. Yeah, so fourth branch. We'll start with the fourth branch, Gadadhar Pandit. On Pundarik Vidyanidhi, we hear about him, and let's see today what we are hearing it. So we hear about Pundarik Vidyanidhi's Jagannath Puri pastimes with a Jagannath Baladev and Subhadra Maharani. গদাধর ভবনে মোহন গোপীনাথ আছেন যেমন নন্দ কুমার সাক্ষাৎ আপনে চৈতন্য তানে করিয়াছেন কোলে অতি পাষণ্ডী সেবী গ্রহ দেখি ভুলে দেখিসি মুরলী মুখ অঙ্গের মহিমা নিত্যানন্দানন্দ অশ্রুর নাহি সীমা. So this is the pastimes with a Pundarik Vidyanidhi. When Pundarik Vidyanidhi are staying in Jagannath Puri. So we know that Gadadhar Pandit, he was getting initiated from Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gadadhar Pandit, when actually he was giving some initiation, Diksha, to some of the devotee in Jagannath Puri, after that, he was actually mentioning to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I cannot remember the mantra, what mantra I got from my Guru. I am forgetting. So Mahaprabhu, please tell me how I can reveal those mantras. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, your Dikha Guru is Pundarik Vidyanidhi. And that Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he's still in here in Jagannath Puri. So only the persons who can remind you the mantra, that is a Pundarik Vidyanidhi. And also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. You should not comment again in some offenses to your guru's lotus feet. So you have to be very, very, very careful about it. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has continued. He's saying that Gadadhar, even though you are here as a Shaktavesh avatar, as a Shakti avatar of Srimati Radharani, but because of your bhava, because of your prema that's come from your spiritual master is Pundarik Vidyanidhi, has known the father of Srimati Radharani. So because of that, you must hear that mantra again from Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Because without Pundarik Vidyanidhi, it's not possible. So Gadadhar Pandit mentioned that, my spiritual master used to live in Jagannath Puri, but now he was not staying anymore in Jagannath Puri. Last Rath Yatra, I didn't see him, and I don't know that he will come here or not. Because of that, O Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you can remind me the mantra, that will be very helpful. গদাধর বলে তিহ না ছেনে থাই তান পরিবর্তে তুমি করহ সর্বথা. The Gadadhar Pandit said that my spiritual master is not present over here, and you can remind me, you are also is like my spiritual master. But when Gadadhar Pandit are requesting to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about Pundarik Vidyanidhi, so that time Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually attract to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. It's called Karshanam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared within 10 days, Pundarik Vidyanidhi will be here. Excuse me. Will be here in Jagannath Puri. In Chaitanya Bhagavat stated, Prabhu bale tomar je guru Vidyanidhi অনায়াসে তাহান আনিতেশন বিধি. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, your spiritual master is Pundarik Vidyanidhi, and if Vidhi, when is the Lord's wants, he will be here. সর্বজ্ঞে চূড়ামণি জানেন সকল গদাধর বিদ্যানিধি আইলা উৎকল. So said that, your Guru Maharaj is Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He knows the present, past, and future. So he's coming here. Gadadhar, don't worry. এথাই দেখিবে দিন দশের ভেতর আইসেন কেবল এথাই দেখিবে দিন দশের ভেতরে আইসেন কেবল আমারে দেখিবারে নিরবধি বিদ্যানিধি হয় মোর মনে বুঝিলাম তুমি আকর্ষিয়া আনতানে. So Gadadhar Pandits are continuously mentioning that you are calling him, but he is coming for you and me. And I know that Vidyanidhi always in your mind, O Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But now I understood that you are actually bringing him for me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are talking with a mood of Srimati Radharani. When he was talking mood of Srimati Radharani, so that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, also in a mode of static love, and 18 years of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gambhira pastimes, he always remembered to Pundarik Vidyanidhi as the Pundarik Vidyanidhi, father of Srimati Radharani. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Pundarik Vidyanidhi came, Mahaprabhu was requesting to Pundarik Vidyanidhi that, oh Pundarik, oh Vidyanidhi, oh my father, I have a small request. Can you please remind him the mantra, Ishta mantra, what you gave for initiation time? Because of the prayer from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so Pundarik Vidyanidhi reinitiated again to Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Deva Ishta mantra punobar Premonidhi sthane prema koilen kar. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was requesting again and again, then Pundarik said, okay, not to worry, I will give. আর কি কহিব প্রেম নিধির মহিমা যার শিষ্য গদাধর এই প্রেম সীমা is mentioning what should I glorify to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. You can just simply gaze that whose daughter is like Srimati Radharani in Vrindavan. So that's the Pundarik Vidyanidhi's short pastimes. So we all know that Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who was staying in the place called Pundarik Dham in Hathajari, the present village name. And you all know that his father was the great worshipper of Lord Shiva, and that Lord Shiva came from, anybody remember where is the Lord Shiva came from?
Prabhuji, what they are worshipping the deity, you are saying?
The Lord Shiva, Pundarik Vidyanidhi's father worshipped. Where that Lord Shiva lingas come from?
Yeah, it's from Kailas. Kailas, no, Prabhu? Ravana brought that Shivalinga.
Yeah, Ravana brought from Kailash, right. And then it was established in which Parvat?
Mayan Parvat. Mainak Parvat.
Thank you. Mainak Parvat. And then from Mainak Parvat, it came to there. Okay. And then you remember that Pundarik Vidyanidhi, his good wife. What is his good wife name?
Rangavati.
Right. Ratnavati Devi.
Ratnavati. Thank you.
Ratnavati, starting with her. And how Radhakund was appear over there in Pundarik Vidyanidhi's house?
When Pundarik Vidyanidhi and her wife, they were chanting Geet Govinda, and then suddenly there was a big spark came from the sky, and from there the Radharani appeared, and Radharani was asking that why you are calling me. Then Pundarik Vidyanidhi and the wife, they said they wanted to take their deity, which is Lakshmi Janardhan, on a like a Naukavilas kind of.
Yeah.
But there was no river there, or there was no water around, so they cannot take them for Naukavilas. So then Radharani with her the toe gently touched the ground, and from there the water appeared, and that's how it's the Radha Kund, the name came.
And the Noka, the boats, are appear with what material? Suvarna. The golden boat.
Yes, yes.
Golden. Thank you. You remember that nice story. I know that everyone is remember, but yeah, I want to just now hear the key point. And also in Pundarik Vidyanidhi's pastimes, we hear about it. The first meeting with Pundarik Vidyanidhi and Gadadhar Pandit, bringing Pundarik Vidyanidhi's identity, mood of identity. There is one person recite one verse. What is that person name and what verse that person recite? Remember?
I think the verse was the verse about Putana, Ahabaki.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
don't know. Yeah.
Aho vakijang stanakalakutam. And decide why? The person who are getting a questions from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I have a doubt who is father and who is son.
Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu.
Gadadhar Pandit is there, but who took Gadadhar Pandit to Pundarik Vidya?
Raghava Pandit?
No, not Raghava.
Or Kavi Karna? No.
Starting with him.
Madas Rishi. Medas Rishi.
No, Medarsh Rishi do the first Durga Puja.
Yes, yes. Yeah, Prabhu. Mukunda.
Right. Mukunda. Mukunda took Gadadhar Pandit to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. And Mukunda recite that verse of Aho Vakijang Stanakalakutam Jigham Shayapayo Jadabhyashadbhi Live Gating Dhatru Kamba Anyat Kamba Dayalu Sharanam Brajema. So that's the first meeting. And then Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Why Pundarik Vidyanidhi got a slap in Jagannath Puri from Lord Jagannath? What is the reason?
It's in a dream. It happens in a dream, Prabhuji.
Okay, and reason is?
Reason is that the pandas is not giving some food or something is there, Prabhu. That's why in dream Jagannath Baldev both are came and hit three slaps in both sides, and he's not. They have some programs, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is waiting for Pundarik Vidyanidhi, but Pundarik Vidyanidhi is not going outside because it's both cheeks are become swell. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he hugged him and he said like that. That is that.
Okay, the reason is not right, so we will hear the reason.
Yeah, the pandas, they had some cloth that they
Is it
put.
Marva Vastra?
They not wash the cloth.
Yeah. So Haridas Prabhus are reminding. Yeah, now everyone remember. Yes, it is a cloth and it is a brand new cloth, unwashed, as known, called Marua Vastra.
Yes.
All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And last but not in the list, in Pundarik Vidyanidhi, that Pundarik Vidyanidhi, when he first came to Sridham Vrindavan, and then he went back to his father place, meaning that place, and then he got initiated. So who is Pundarik Vidyanidhi's spiritual master?
Spiritual master is Madhavendra Puri Prabhuji.
Right. Pundarik Vidyanidhi's guru is Madhavendra Puri. Thank you. Thank you so much. Did anyone have any questions on Pundarik Vidyanidhi before we enter to the fourth branch of Gadadhar Pandit? And Haridas Prabhu, do you want to add anything more? I might be don't know, but you do know about Pundarik Vidyanidhi. If you can enlighten us.
No, I have nothing to add. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. And let's start with a Gadadhar Pandit. So we know that Pundarik Vidyanidhi is what Tanu is Pundarik Vidyanidhi? We talk about that. As like Nityananda Prabhu, have it different. And Gadadhar Pandit, that Gadadhar Pandit, who was the fourth branch of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tree. On the fourth branch, okay, on the fourth branch of Gadadhar Pandit, as known the Premomoy Tanu. So we all know Gadadhar Pandit is a power of Srimati Radharani. So first we will hear about the Tattva of Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadharamaham Vande Madhavacharyanandanam Mahabhavasarupam Shri Chaitanya Bhinnarupinim Shri Gouranger Shashretam Madhavacharyanandanam Kumaram Ratnavatasya Vande Srimad Gadadharam Vidyut Punja Vedambe Sundaram Tanuhemanjadivananam Snigdhagre Karpadavahima Shuklam Sundaram Bhaktanam Paripalana Hridayam Gaurasavastitam Manju Shridagadadharam Prabhuvaram Sri Panditaksha Bhajet. Gadadhar Pandit ki jai. So, Gadadhar Pandit, we all know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's all the devotees, close devotee, Gadadhar Pandit are the head of all the close associate of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gadadhar Pandit, he is Premamay Tanu. On that Premamay Tanu, that Gadadhar Pandit is a Madhur Rasashritam. You know, that the Rashas are Gadadhar Pandit observed is a Madhur Rasha. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakurs are mentioning about Gadadhar Pandit. Oh, my Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when you will be merciful to me, you will visible to my eyes in the Godrumadham. And I want to see you not alone, on your left side, along with Gadadhar Pandit. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, also mentioned by Murari Gupta, Gadadhara Mahapragya Brahmana Shatkuludbhava Prema Bhakta Tadapada Shannikasya Bhitisthate. The Murari Guptas are mentioning Sadachari Vamsa, means the very, very pious and pure pure dynasty in a Brahmana family, he appeared. And he is one of the very close associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who want to stay always in the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gadadhar Pandit, we all know Panchatatma Atmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhakta Batarang Bhaktaksham Nomi Bhakta Shaktikam. So Bhakta Shakti is Gadadhar Pandit. To help Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, Gadadhar Pandit appeared on 1408 Shakabda. Did anybody remember that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on which Shakabda? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared with, say, which Shakabda? Like Gadadhar Pandit is 1408 Shakabda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in which Shakabda? It's in there in Chaitanya Charitamrita, nice verses are there.
Prabhuji, 1486.
1486? No.
Gadadhar Pandit appears late.
Yeah, so Gadadhar Pandit is 1408.
Okay. So before.
1407 সালে, sorry, 1407 শকে মাস যে ফাল্গুন. So 1407 Shakabda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in month of Falgun. And Gadadhar Pandit appeared 1400, means the 1408 Shakabda. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Falgun month. Gadadhar Pandit appeared, excuse me,
Vaishakha month.
in Vaishakha month. Amavasya Tithi. Right now, that place name is Chattogram, and district of Chattogram. There is one place name is Beleti, where Gadadhar Pandit appeared. Gadadhar Pandit's father name is Sri Madhav Mishra, and mother name is again Pundarik Vidyanidhi's wife name is Ratna Bali, and Gadadhar Pandit's mother name is Ratna Bati Devi. So, in Prem Bilash by Jagadananda Pandit are narrated, বৈশাখের কুহুদিনে অতি শুভক্ষণে প্রসবিলা রত্নাবতী পুত্র রতনে. So, in month of Vaishak, Kuhudin, Kuhu means the Amavasya, is a dark night. Oti Shubhakhan means that's very auspicious timing. Ratnavati give birth of a beautiful boy, name is Gadadhar. Gadadhar Pandit was a Kashyap Gotriya, Barendra, the caste of Barendra Brahmana, who is the very young age came to his maternal uncle's house in Navadvip. And he used to stay in very close by of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house. From the childhood, Gadadhar Pandits are very much attached with the Krishna Bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu many times took Gadadhar Pandit with him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, they used to go to the same school. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even in for a time being, a minute, if Gadadhar Pandit just went somewhere, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always search, where is Gadadhar, where is Gadadhar? Ultimately, without Gadadhar Pandit, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are feeling that, something is missing. So Gadadhar was all times his associate, close associate. As others, very less time, Gadadhar Pandits are complete all the scriptures and everything. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, as they used to go to the school in the same place. Mahaprabhu শনে গদাধরের একত্র অধ্যায়ন শিশুকাল হতে পরম বিরক্ত ভাগ্যবান. So they are both, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, they are going to the same school. From the childhood, he don't have attachment with this earthly material life. গদাধর পণ্ডিতের দেখি প্রেম জল বড় প্রীতে বাসে তানে বৈষ্ণব সকল শিশু হইতে সংসারে বিরক্তি বড় মনে ঈশ্বর প্রিয় স্নেহ করেন তাহানে গদাধর পণ্ডিতের আপনার কৃত পুঁথিপরায়ণ নাম কৃষ্ণল্লামৃত. So Ishwar Puripad, who was a author of Krishna Lilamrita books, so he always give that books to Gadadhar Pandit to read. One day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when they are in a study time, so that time, Gadadhar Pandit also starting to stay with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to serve him. And that's why they are in the same school. But one day, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are traveling to Navadvip Dham, just roaming around. That time, Mahaprabhu actually meet with Gadadhar Pandit. Again, when Mahaprabhu see Gadadhar Pandit, excuse me. So that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked to Gadadhar Pandit, what is that? That Mahaprabhu asking questions to Gadadhar Pandit, that you give me the answer. হাসি দুই হাতে প্রভু রাখিল ধরিয়া ন্যায় পর তুমি আমা যাও প্রবোধিয়া. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are the student of Nyaya Shastra. So, can you please explain me about a definitions of liberation. Definitions of liberation. So Mahaprabhu said, can you please explain what is the symbol of liberation and how many kind of liberations are there? So when Gadadhar Pandit are mentioned from the Shastra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Gadadhar, your explanations are not right. Then Gadadhar said, Gadadhar bole অত্যান্তিক দুঃখ নাশ ইহারে শাস্ত্র কহে মুক্তির প্রকাশ. The Gadadhar said, in our scriptures mention that who has just come out with this material painful understanding, they are ultimately achieved. And Gadadhar Pandit continue that if they are achieved to Krishna by continuously serving him, he will go to get completely back to Godhead or a liberations. So after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, when they are just talking, so that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote one letter to Madhavacharya. Vishnaigram Labham. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when are giving some explanation, Gadadhar just cutting that, and Gadadhar again explaining something. So that's why it's like how loving exchange with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit took place. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come back from Jagannath Puri, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back from Gayadham, and on that Gayadham, we all know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after came, that Mahaprabhus have that, don't have any control on his body. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Srivas Thakur actually protect him. So that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned to all the devotees that over here, all devotees are not a Vaishnava. So all devotees are not a Vaishnava. So that's why we need all Vaishnava associate. So how we can get all Vaishnava associate? Said, let's have a Ishtagoshti. And where we can have Ishtagoshti? The Ishtagoshti will be take place in someone's house. Anybody remember which house actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the Ishtagoshti? Very close to Ganges. The first Ishtagoshti ever take place that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. I think, the devotees from Chaitanya Charitamrita class, you might be remember this because we mentioned many times. No? Shuklambar Brahmachari's house. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Shuklambar Brahmachari's house, that time Mahaprabhu are giving explanations about Gaya Jatra and all details and how he will start his Harinam Sankirtan. And then Mahaprabhu hear that someone is crying. Who's crying? Then Mahaprabhu asked to the devotee. And devotee mentioned that who was crying on that house, Shuklambar Brahmachari's house? Anybody remember? Who was crying in Shuklambar's house? Shuklambar Brahmachari's house. It was Gadadhar Pandit. And also, Gadadhar Pandit, that nice pastime when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came from Jagannath Puri. So Mahaprabhu in a static loving mood. On that static loving mood, that's we all know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really doesn't have any, senses and things. Sometimes, he was crying, he was laughing, and people are just commenting it. Many things happen, this. But one time, Gadadhar Pandit came, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was searching for a Krishna. Anybody remember what happened after that? No one? Gadadhar Pandit, as we know, he was 1 year and 3 months. So it's like a 15-month younger than Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gadadhar Pandit actually came to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and see that condition of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was crying, "Where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna?" Gadadhar Pandit said, "Oh, you don't know? Krishna is always recite your hearts." Excuse me. Krishna is recite always in your heart. So anybody remember now what happened after that? Sapna?
No, Prabhu, sorry.
No? Okay. So after that, what happened? Gadadhar Pandit are saying, "Oh, Krishna, you're looking for Krishna. Krishna in your heart. Krishna stay inside." When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hear about it, Krishna stay inside, he tried to crash his chest. He tried to open his chest to see Krishna inside. He take his nail, he just putting, top of the chadars. Immediately, Gadadhar Pandit say, wait, what are you doing? Said, I'm just open, I'm just looking for Krishna. So I can search easily. And you said, he's in my heart. So that's why I was just trying to find out where is my heart, is exact location are. So immediately Gadadhar Pandit make a one plan and said, you know what? The things is, Krishna went for a, Krishna is your heart, but right now is a noon time. And noon time, what Krishna do? Krishna take care of cow. So Krishna just went to take care of cow in outside. So if you even open, you cannot see Krishna in inside of your heart because Krishna is now not present there because Krishna is taking care of all the cows. Seeing this, the present knowledge of present knowledge of Gadadhar Pandit. So immediately Shachimata was praying and requesting that, "Oh Gadadhar, could you please stay with Nimai all the times?" So anytime, you have this kind of problems, so you can help him. শুনিয়া এসব কথা প্রভু গদাধর শুক্লাম্বর গৃহপতি চলিল সত্তর কিয়াখানে কৃষ্ণের কহেন শুনে গিয়া থাকিলেন শুক্লাম্বরের গৃহে লুকাইয়া। উই জাস্ট হিয়ার অ্যাবাউট ইট। প্রভু বলে, জন গৃহের ভিতরে ব্রহ্মচারী বলেন তোমার গদাধরে, এত মাথা করিয়া কান্দেন গদাধর, দেখিয়া সন্তোষ প্রভু বলে বিশ্বম্ভর। প্রভু বলে, গদাধর তোমার সুকৃতি, শিশু হইতে কৃষ্ণতে করিলা দৃঢ়মতি, আমার সেহেন জন্ম গেল ব্যথা রসে, পায়নুই অমূল্য ঋদ্ধি দিন গেল দোষে। So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also always used to mention that Gadadhar, that how lucky you are that you are always, from childhood, you are in Krishna Bhakta. You are serving Krishna. You are thinking about Krishna. You are preparing anything for Krishna. So you are very fortunate. So one day, as we are saying that Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, they both used to, walk together, go somewhere together. Every places they go together. One day what happened? One day Gadadhar Pandit and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Gadrum Deep, where it's called Alakananda River, where actually the place It's called the place called let's try to remembering that place name. Got it. Harihar Kshetra in Godumdip. So on that Harihar Kshetra, close by, anybody knows about the Harihar Kshetra? Did you hear the name of Harihar?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, is it that Lord Shiva and Lord Narayan
Right.
exist in the
Hari
same?
and Har. Yeah, you just visited.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Not even a month ago.
Yes, Prabhu.
So that place, if you go to in Mayapur, that Harihar Tala, so there is a river actually. It's called Alokananda. So Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit was actually walking on the beach of the river. And that time, there is a tree in Alokananda river. On the tree, there is one parrot. It's called Shukpakhi, parrot. So parrot are talking. The parrot is always, one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just along came. And Mahaprabhu saying to the parrot, when is the Shuk, and Mahaprabhu said, Shuk, say Krishna, Krishna. Parrot saying, Gaura, Gaura. Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, no, say Krishna, Krishna. Parrot saying, no, Gaura, Gaura. Mahaprabhu saying, Krishnastu Bhagavan Sayam. Say Krishna, Krishna. Shuk saying, Krishnastu Bhagavan Shayam, that same Krishna appear as a Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So Gauranga is Krishna. So Gaura, Gaura. Hearing that from the Shuka words, Mahaprabhu put his hand on the ear and ran away from there. So now again Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit are walking on that river, beach of the river. Again the Shuk came. And Shuka saying, আমি সুখ এই বনে গৌর নাম গাই তুমি মোর কৃষ্ণ রাধা এই যে গদাই. The Shuk saying, oh, finally you came, oh Gadai, means the Gadadhar Pandits, is a pet name, is Gadai. So, oh Gadai, you came. Why? Said, I am a Shuk, I live here and I always chant about Radha and Krishna. And today I am seeing Radha Krishna themselves in front of my eyes. Shuk continues saying, Gadai Gauranga Moda Pranero Ishwar, Ar Kichu Mukhe na Aishe Ato Par. The Shuk saying, I cannot say anything else because the Gadai and Gauranga is my Ishwar. Prabhu bole, Ami Radha Krishna Upashak, Amar Nam Shunileo, Amar Hai Ishok. So Mahaprabhu saying, oh Shuk, what you are saying? What you are saying? I am just a devotee. I am just a devotee of Lord Krishna. I am just a pujari, priest of Lord Krishna. So whatever you are saying is not right. So Mahaprabhu was talking with whom?
Parrot, Prabhuji.
Parrot. All right.
Shuk.
Shukpakhi. So that time
Shukpakhi.
is a Pakhi means Bengali, we say Pakhi is a birds.
Bird.
Is a birds. So that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mentioning to the Shuka, but Shuka also don't want to listen. Shuka is continue. So Mahaprabhu says, better not to stay here, better to be go from here. And that's way এত বলি গদায়ের হাতটি ধরিয়া মায়াপুরে ফিরে আইলো সুখেরে ছাড়িয়া. Sorry, yeah. So when that again and again Shuk are saying Gaura Gaura Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan. So that time Mahaprabhu take Gadadhar Pandit's hand and ran away from there to come back to Shridham Mayapur.
Prabhuji, is that same parrot? Radharani's parrot? No, right?
Yes.
Same
Yes,
parrot.
same parrot. You know, in Vrindavan is a very famous of Shuk and Shari. You know,
So, Prabhuji,
yeah,
this pastimes happened like 500 years before, but
right.
but Shuk already take the incarnation, no, Prabhu, in like Shukadeva Goswami.
Mm-hmm.
So in this Leela also, the parrot taken again the incarnation.
So, yes, it is a Shuk path. It is said the Shukadev Goswami is a Shuk. And also, the one person, it doesn't mean that only one incarnation have to be there. One person can take a many form. So, one of the Shukha's power is these birds of Shuk.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna. In Gaur Ganadesh Dipika are mentioned Sri Radha Premarupaja Pura Vrindavaneshwari Shashi Gadadhar Gauravallava Panditakshakas Nirmita Shisharupajya Brajalaksmitaya Yatha Pura Vrindavane Lakshmi Shyamashundara Vallabha Sadhya Gaura Premo Lakshmi Sri Gadadhar Pandita, who are in that Dapur Yuga in Srimati Radharani in Siddham Vrindavan. On right now in this place, who he is the Gaur Vallava, meaning that very close of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. And also, who was in Vrindavan was Lakshmi Devi. That Lakshmi also in this age of Kali as appear of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. योमपि ललितैव राधिकाले न खलु गदधर एषा भूषारुरेन्द्र हरिरया मथनसा स एव शक्त्या त्रितमं वत्ससखी च राधिका च. Lalita, when Lalita are serving to Srimati Radharani, so that times Lalita's another name was a Anuradha. So the Lalita Devi also is a part of Lalita Devi, part of the Anuradha Shakti, also entered to Gadadhar Pandit. Shato Gadadhar Pandita Shattamam Shatamasya Samepa Shushangata Anudinam Bhajate Nija Jivita Priyatama Tamas Priyaya Yutaha. Bhagavat Shrestha Gadadhar Pandit, who has always reside very close to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sharup Damodar Karchas also mentioned Avadhi Shurabara Sri Panditaksha Jyotindra Shakhulo Bhavati Radha Shila Gaura Vataraha. Brahman Varaha Jati Srestha Brahmana Sannyashis Pandit, and the very popular Pandit name of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. So in Gadadhar Goswami, Gaura Lila, Srimati Radharani, there is no doubt about it. Ratnavati Nandana Premapatra Nahanath Madacharya Putra Gauranga Premarasha Vilasha Ha Gadadhara Kuru Tangri Dasha. So Gadadhar Pandit in a Prem Vilas again is mentioned Yo Gaurangere Priyo Gadadhar Hai Shri Radhar Prakash Murti Ei Mahashai Shri Radhar Sri Krishna Mili Gaurango Ishwar Prakashante Bada Hoilo Gadadhar Gauranger Parichajya Koribar Tare জনমলবিলা গদাধর রূপে ধরে। So he's mentioning was a very close to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and was Srimati Radharani itself. To serve Lord Krishna in this age of Kali, he should not get any problems. So that's why Radharani came as a Gadadhar Pandit to serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are in always Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when in the ecstatic mood, Mahaprabhu asking to Gadadhar Pandit, Gadadhar দেখি প্রভু করেন জিজ্ঞাসা কোথা কৃষ্ণ আসেন শ্যামলবিত ভাষা Sing Gadadhar saying, oh Gadadhar, can you tell me where is the Krishna here? You know, Shyamalapita Vasha means where is Shama Sundar. সম্ভ্রমে বলেন গদাধর মহাজয় নিরবধি আছে কৃষ্ণ তোমারও হৃদয় সম্ভ্রম সম্ভ্রম meanings is very humble way he mentioned to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Krishna is always in your heart. মুই ভয়ে নাই পারু সম্মুখ হইতে গদাধর কেমনে প্রবোধিল ভালো মতে আই বলে বাপা তুমি সর্বদা থাকিবে চারিয়া উহার সঙ্গ কোথাও না যাইবে. We just mention about it when is like your struggle to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I mean Shachimata has mentioned that you better be not go anywhere else beside the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So once Gadadhar Pandit was taking a little rest. So that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Gadadhar, tomorrow in the morning, this all garland is distributed to all the Vaishnavas. After saying that, Mahaprabhu just take his garland, what garland he was wearing it, flower garland, he take out that and give it to them. So after that, all the Vaishnavas was received that garland. They are very, very happy. And then they take bath of Ganges and they came back. Gadadharam pratyaham tam chandara anulepanam kritya malladigatreshu dadati shatatam mudaha. Gadadhar Pandit, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body, he applied a sandalwood pulp. Gadadhar Pandit make a nice bed for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also, Gadadhar Pandit are never left to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is one nice pastime when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu planned to get sannyas. Gadadhar Pandit crying and crying again and again. But Gadadhar Pandit also follow Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. And not a one excuse me. So he just fall to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and he was praying to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Prabhu, please allow me to follow you. And he followed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. And when he was in Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu said, Gadadhar, I'm going to stay here. But you are a brahmachari, so you better take a vow that you never going to leave on this place. Anybody remember what kind of a, renunciation or say that? Said you cannot live anywhere, means you cannot leave this Shekhatra to go anywhere else. So you have to stay in certain boundary. So on this kind of a sannyas is called Khetra sannyas. Khetra means the place, and sannyas means you're taking sannyas that you're not crossing that place to go somewhere else. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri, then just a few days later, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided that he want to go to Dakshin Bharat, South India. Gadadhar Pandit heard about it, that Mahaprabhu going to Dakshin Bharat. When Gadadhar Pandit are here about that Mahaprabhu is going to Dakshin Bharat, so Gadadhar Pandit also want to go with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu was walking along with few devotees. Those devotees are actually helping him to reach there. Reach there means is just simply reach to the, just simply reach. Gadadhar Pandit was following to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, actually Gadadhar Pandit was walk with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu more than 9 to 10 kilometers. So over there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have to go with a boat. So Mahaprabhu just get a little bit of turnover that say, if there is anyone remain. But that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that Gadadhar Pandit also coming, following him. Mahaprabhu stand up on the boat in a river. And Gadadhar Pandit in up. So Mahaprabhu saying to Gadadhar Pandit, oh Gadadhar, you should not cross to any place. You cannot, you cannot come, you cannot cross to the Kshetra because you take a vow that you're never going to leave to the Kshetra. So that time Gadadhar Pandit is saying, my dear Lord, I did take a vow, but your lotus feet is my Kshetra. So wherever your lotus feet will go, I will follow. You got it? What Gadadhar Pandit said about the Kshetra?
Mahaprabhu lotus feet is his Shweta. So wherever you will go, I will come with.
So Gadadhar Pandit said, I take sannyas on your lotus feet. So wherever your lotus feet will go, I will follow. That's my land. Did anybody knows what happened after that? What happened after that? So Mahaprabhu mentioned to Gadadhar Pandit, oh Gadadhar, Oh Gadadhar, you want to be happy, or you don't want me to happy? If you don't want me to happy, then you can come. You can do whatever you want. But if you want me to make happy, then listen what I'm saying. Hearing this word from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Pandit fell down, lost the senses. Then Mahaprabhu mentioned to those devotees, Ramananda Rai, Sharup Damodars, and few devotees are there to just take care of them. And take care of Gadadhar Pandit, and they can, very carefully bring him back to his place. So that's the, Gadadhar Pandits have a few more pastimes, but this the one was a very, very important, that Gadadhar Pandit, how much surrender to Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. By simply Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are mentioned two words. What is those two words Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned to Gadadhar Pandit? We just mentioned. What is those two words that Mahaprabhu mentioned to Srivas Thakur? Sorry, not to Srivas Thakur. Mahaprabhu mentioned to Gadadhar Pandit. Anyone? No? We just mentioned that Mahaprabhu said that if you want to get happiness by yourself, not to think about other, not to think about other, not only that, if you want me to make happy, also Mahaprabhu said. So, Gadadhar Pandit was felt it because those two words is very, very powerful. That first word is, you are searching for a happiness for yourself, not for everyone. The second things are that you are leaving this place, meaning in this Jagannath Puri, Shikhetra. So, which is like in your vow, it will be not good because your vow will be disturbed. So those two words, if you want to make me happy, or do you want to make yourself happy? And Gadadhar Pandit always cannot even think about it beside Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then those devotees are take to Gadadhar Pandit home. And then one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually came to, after he visiting to Dakshin, to south, he came back to Vrindavan. And after that, one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to it along with Gadadhar Pandit. And Mahaprabhu said, "Oh Gadadhar, today I want to give you something. Will you accept?" Gadadhar Pandit said, "Yes, Prabhu, why not?" Because Mahaprabhu used to go to Gadadhar Pandit to listen Srimad Bhagavatam every day. And when Gadadhar Pandit narrate those books, it was just like, so that Gadadhar Pandit, yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. After study done, then Mahaprabhu said, "Gadadhar, I want to give you something. Just saying that Mahaprabhu ran to climb up to the hill. And that hill is completely sandy hill. So on that sandy hill, what they found on the sandy hill? Anybody remember? Mahaprabhu opened with some sand, and then Mahaprabhu found something. Anybody remember what Mahaprabhu found for Gadadhar Pandit? Yes? Shapna?
Sorry, Prabhu, not
No?
remember.
You don't remember? Kunti Mata?
No, Prabhu, I don't remember either.
Okay. Not a problem. Radhika Mata, did you remember? Who went to Jagannath Puri recently? And you might be visit to one very famous temple. That is Tota, Gopinath. So when Mahaprabhu actually found that Gopinath, it was not a brook. That Gopinath was a standing form of deity. Mahaprabhu brought and Mahaprabhu gave to Gadadhar Pandit that Gadadhar, take this and serve every day. So Gadadhar Pandit was serving every day. But because of the old age, excuse me, Gadadhar Pandit have a difficulties to stand up. And when you cannot stand up and deity is too long, you cannot actually decorate it to the lordships. So anybody remember what happened after that? Anyone? Gadadhar Pandit are serving their lordships every day. But because of the old age, he have a very bad back issues. He cannot stand up, more than couple of hours, you can say, or a couple of minutes. But Gadadhar Pandit are serving to every day to the lordships. But because of the lords is very tall, he cannot decorate it nicely as in what he thought. One day he was crying in the night time to the lordships that, I have a desire to make nice decorations of their lordships, have a nice earring, but I am a fallen soul. Because I am a fallen soul, the reason is, anybody can guess what is the reason of the fallen soul that Gadadhar is saying? What is the reason? Any guess? No guess? Excuse me. So, that was, I have a desire to decorate it, Lord, but because of my old age, I cannot decorate because Lord is very long, very tall, and he cannot stand up. And what happened? Next day morning, when Gadadhar Pandit opened the temple, and he saw miracle. Anybody can guess what is miracle he saw, Gadadhar Pandit? Kunti Mata, what miracle Gadadhar Pandit saw?
Prabhu, give us a little hint. Is it about the Lord or about him?
About Lord.
Lord. Maybe Lord was short. He didn't have to.
Okay, so Lord have to be, maybe the Lord is short, so then he can decorate nicely
Yeah.
without any difficulties. Okay. Swapna Mata. What do you think?
Can you repeat the question once again, please, Prabhu?
The question is that Gadadhar Pandit have a, thinking about mind about the lordships. He cannot decorate it nicely because Lord is very tall. The next day morning when he opened the door, he saw something miracle in the temple. So what is that miracle? That's the question, sir.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Was it that the deity of the godship, I think it became small for him?
Okay, deity of lordships becoming smaller for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Haridas Prabhu?
Well, I think, and then I looked it up, but my hunch was that Tota Gopinath was sitting, so he could decorate him nicely.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, that's the original one. Huh? The Gopinath was standing mode. Now he was sitting mode. He was standing, but because of the prayer, Gopinath sat down. So then Gadadhar Pandit can do decorate nicely. Do we see anywhere else that praying to the Lord's getting shorter? This is only possible because of the love towards the lordships by Sri Gadadhar Pandit. And that's why everyone, then mentioned, first the name is Gopinath, Gopinath, Gopinath. Because of the sitting position, then what happened? Everyone say, oh, Gopinath is a Tota. Tota meaning the sitting. Is a make a very smaller. So Tota Gopinath. And that's why the name was took place, Tota Gopinath Mandir. That was a Gopinath Mandir, later on it was a Tota Gopinath Mandir. So that's the Gadadhar Pandit to serve Lord every day. And Lord, in coming to Jagannath Puri, Lord also want to see him every day. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's one very famous, very favorite subject matter. Whenever he come, Gadadhar Pandit used to read that chapter. Anybody remember? What is that chapter from Srimad Bhagavatam? Anyone?
Is it the story of Dhruva Maharaj?
Right. Story of Dhruva Maharaj and also
Prahlad Maharaj.
Prahlad Maharaj. So Dhruva and Prahlad Charitra. So when we read, Gadadhar Pandit actually teaches us how to read. After reading this Dhruva and Prahlad Charitra, actually Gadadhar Pandit books doesn't have any letter. And half of the pages doesn't have any letter. Anybody can guess why half of the pages doesn't have any letter? What is the reason behind it?
Maybe he was crying with devotion, Prabhuji, and the words got washed away. Like, the paper, whatever.
Okay, that sounds good. Anyone else? Guessing. What could be? Why the books doesn't have, half of the books doesn't have a word. Yeah. What Radhika Mataji said, that's the right. When that Gadadhar Pandit used to read the books, that times he cry. Out of the love, he cry and cry. Whatever was fall on the books, and half of the pages doesn't have any letter. And Gadadhar Pandit, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are planning to go back to his planet, Gadadhar Pandit also mentioned to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, Prabhu, before you go, make sure I want to go also with you. But Mahaprabhu mentioned to Gadadhar, you cannot come. You cannot come. You have to wait for someone are coming to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from you. So, only one class. You have to recite one classes, like some of the verses to him. And then your duty will be over. So, Gadadhar Pandit are eagerly waiting. Did anybody knows for whom actually Gadadhar Pandit wait? Who is that personalities that Mahaprabhu said you have to wait, you cannot come back until you meet him? Who is he? Haridas Prabhu, did you remember?
No, I can't say.
Okay. Swapna, you want to say something?
Maybe Nityananda Prabhuji.
Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu, he came with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he met so many times to Gadadhar. But this person doesn't meet with Gadadhar yet. And Mahaprabhu said you have to wait for that person. He will come. He will come one day. Kunti Mata?
Thinking. Someone who came after, right? Did he give the
Mahaprabhu left. Advaita Acharya Prabhu left. Nityananda Prabhu also left.
Srivas Pandit also there?
Srivas Prabhu.
Srivas Thakur also left.
Yeah.
No, Srivas Thakur still is there. He didn't left yet. Srivas Thakur, Ishan Thakur, they have to still wait to give the message to them so that they can continue. So who could be?
Not Jagannath Pandit, right? No, not Jagannath Pandit.
Sorry?
No, Prabhu, I don't know.
Okay. Not a problem.
Could it be Narottama Das Thakur?
Narottam Das Thakur.
No.
No. Narottam Das Thakur came to Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu also mentioned one person not to leave until you meet him. That's Lokanath Das Goswami.
Yeah.
That's the Narottam Das Thakur. So actually, you are almost close, Haridas Prabhu, because they are the team member. And on that team, he is the boss. He is the director. And also he is one of the teacher of Narottam Das Thakur.
Srinivas Acharya?
Yes, Srinivas Acharya. Srinivas Acharya. Mahaprabhu mentioned because Srinivas Acharya is a Shaktavish avatar of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Mahaprabhu mentioned that way to Gadadhar Pandit, make sure that Srinivas will come. You give your darshan to him, read Srimad Bhagavatam for him, give some instructions, only then after you can come. Srinivas Acharya Thakur. So Srinivas Acharya came to Gadadhar Pandit. And it was mentioned in Bhakti Ratnakar very nicely, it elaborately mentions about how he coming, then he got in news, Mahaprabhu passed away in between in the road, he want to just break himself, but then again he got a inspirations that, no, still now few people are waiting for you. And then he finally reached to Jagannath Puri to meet with a Gadadhar Pandit and all the places where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his pastimes. So that's the Srinivas Acharya Thakur. And after Srinivas Acharya Thakur came and meet and listened Srimad Bhagavatam, he was going back to the Bengal for preaching. On the way of the path, he got a message, Gadadhar Pandit went back to Godhead. Bolo Shri Gadadhar Pandit ki jai. Any questions or comments about Gadadhar Pandit? Sorry, I didn't see the timing. Already 7 minutes extra. So if you have any questions or comments.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I missed it there, like what he found in Sand Hill.
Sorry?
Sand Hill, Mahaprabhu point.
Is a Gopinath deity.
Okay. Yeah, I missed that.
Okay.
Prabhu, is the Srinivas same as the one in the Gaura Arti?
No. Gaura Arati is Narahari Adikori Chamara Dhulai Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Ghosha Adi Gai. দক্ষিণে নিতাইচাঁদ বামে গাদাধার নিকটে অদ্বৈত, and this Srinivas is a Srivas Thakur who was holding the umbrella, right?
Yeah.
Srinivasa Satradhar.
Correct. Yeah.
That's the Srivas Thakur. Haridas Prabhu.
Let's have a quick question.
Yes, Prabhu.
We hear how Pundarika Vijayanidhi, just to go back to the beginning of the class, he initiated Gadadhar Pandit. And so Pundarika Vijayanidhi, he's a prominent branch. He's the third branch. So we usually think of preaching, that you just said Srinivasacharya went back for preaching. And so someone like Pundarika Vijayanidhi, do we understand that he also preached and made many disciples that came with other branches from his branch, or was Gadadhar Pandit his primary devotee, and then he initiated? Because I know there's a line from Gadadhar. So I just wonder about Pundarika Vijayanidhi.
Pundarik Vidyanidhi also actually gave, Gadadhar Pandit is not only the one disciple of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi have a few more disciples also. But on those disciples, later on, we couldn't get any details about it. But we hear from the Gadadhar Pandits have a root.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So Pundarik Vidyanidhi is his guru, right, Prabhu?
He is guru of Gadadhar Pandit. And also, he have a almost 27 disciple names, I know. But after that, what happened in those disciples, we didn't have any details about it. But Gadadhar Pandit, then he have disciple, and then his disciple have another disciples. That's how coming to the trees parampara.
So in this, mostly Nityanand Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, more discussions are there, but more Leela is happened. But here I not seen anywhere like Nityananda Prabhu's.
Because we are talking about a branches of Chaitanya tree, So there is a, see that Chaitanya tree, the main branches of Chaitanya tree are Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya Prabhu. But they are the main kandas. There is a main tree, 3 kandas. But the tree attachment with some main branches. So we are talking about those main branches because Advaita Acharya Prabhu also itself is a individual tree. So we are not talking about Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes. That's why.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone have any more questions? Okay, then we'll keep here today. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya